All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Um, Tonight we're going to look at two optics, and I already did a side-by-side comparison when neither of these were mounted on a gun. However, having used the Meprolight more, I would like to do a comparison between the two, and just kind of showcase some of the differences between them. So I'm going to be looking at the Meprolight RDS version 2 V2, and I've got that mounted on the IWI Carmel. And then I'm going to be comparing that to the Eotech. I believe this is the EXPS2.0, something down those lines. And this is a pretty proven entity. Most people have used these. Most people are pretty familiar with these. And I was just looking for something a little different. I really like the Eotechs. Don't have a lot bad to say about them. They do have some pretty minor disadvantages, but I did want to have something else to compare to. So since the Eotech is pretty well known, I will just give a quick rundown of what I do like about this and what I don't like about this. So on the don't like, are first and foremost some of the Eotech issues that have been known. Mine does have some delamination on the rear window. It's not that noticeable, and eventually I probably will send it in to take care of. That's a pretty well-known issue on this. This optic's about 4 years old, so a little disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. The optic is very usable, and for me, it's personally not that big of a deal. I really like the holographic reticle. I really appreciate the viewing window and the point of shift. You can really be at different angles and see this reticle all over the window. So I really do like that. I like the outer shroud on it. I like the buttons on the side. It's pretty simple, and it's very easy to adjust up or down. And I also like the QD on this one. Not all Eotechs have them, but this one does have the QD attachment, which is built in to the optic. Simple, one battery, but not a great battery life, usually around 1,000 hours, roughly, give or take. And not the end of the world. I keep a couple spares on the gun, and of course I have backup iron sights if I need them. So that's kind of just a quick overview of the Eotech. Overall, really like this optic. You're getting a very duty grade durable optic. Anywhere from entry level, they're around $500, and they go up from there, probably $800 or so. I'm not an expert on the entire lineup, but that's just a quick overview of the Eotech. So let me put that away, and then let me move over to the Meprolight. Now this was kind of a little more of the unknown quantity. These are not nearly as popular in the United States. Obviously it's an Israeli optic company, and they are made in Israel, and they are used by their military, the IDF. So a little more of an unknown optic in the States. However, it is a duty grade optic. It is battle proven. And to just cut to the chase, in terms of quality and durability, this, in my opinion, is going to be just as good as an Eotech. It's an all aluminum body. It does have a polymer hood on it. However, I don't think that is going to cause any issues. It's just as durable, in my opinion, as the aluminum, in terms of it's going to have a little more shock resistance. It's not going to just dent or break. It's going to bend. However, this is a very tough polymer. So this hood, in my opinion, don't worry that it's polymer. The controls on the Meprolight, I think I actually prefer compared to the Eotech. I like that it is very simple. just a switch, and then if you need to fine tune, you just push in on the dial. I do like that about it. Both optics have an auto on, auto off, although I've heard the Meprolight is pretty sensitive. So personally, I just turn it off. I do the same with the Eotech. I don't leave it on. The battery lives on them are not crazy. They're not like aim points where they're 40, 50,000 hours. So I make it a point to turn them off. The thing I like most about the Meprolight is the very large viewing window. It's a little bigger than the Eotech, and it's very nice. It's probably my favorite thing about this. You can really, it's almost like you don't see much of the shroud or anything. The viewing window is so large that it makes it very easy to use this optic. Other thing I do like about this is this takes a very standard AA battery. One gives you about 3,000 hours of battery life. Very simple height and windage adjustments. They're just, you can stick any number of things in there, and very simple. And that's one thing I really like about this optic. It's very simple to use, very straightforward design, and a very durable design as well. The probably biggest advantage I would say the Eotech has over the Meprolight is the QD system. So this one has 2 QD mounts. It's not bad, however, it's not as well integrated as the Eotech is. So I like the QD, I like the fact that it has it, however, it's just not as good as the Eotech in my opinion. So other disadvantages of the Meprolight really is going to be, for me, is going to be the mounting system. Beyond that, this is not a holographic, this is a red dot. And really, for me, this has a 2 MOA center bullseye. So the center dot is a 2 MOA. I will be very honest with my eyes. I cannot tell the difference between the 1 MOA dot on the Eotech and the 2 MOA dot on the Meprolight. To me, they both look very similar. They're very, for fine-tuned shooting, especially at distance, that really helps with the accuracy. Getting that really fine dot, that small 1 or 2 MOA dot is a big help on this. So in terms of quality, I'm going to say that both the Eotech and the Meprolight are on the same level. I see no build quality difference. They go about different features in different ways. However, in my opinion, their build quality is the same, similar, and I would say that if you are looking for a durable duty grade optic, either one of these is going to be a good choice. So which one do I recommend? Which one do I prefer? I have found in usage that I actually prefer the Meprolight. I still love the Eotech, still use it. It stays on this this AR of mine, and it's not going to go anywhere. However, I do find that I like the control of the Meprolight in terms of the dial to turn it on. I prefer that a little more. I do prefer the reticle of the Eotech slightly, but that's very slightly. The bullseye reticle on the Meprolight is really good as well. So the Meprolight is going to be a little cheaper in general. You can usually find these for under 500 for sure, and sometimes even under 400 depending on what color you get. You do get some more reticle options with the Meprolights. I'd say that's a little bit of an advantage because you don't, you can get different reticles with the Eotech, but you start paying a little more for that. So if you're looking for a budget option, something a little cheaper, I would say for sure go with the Meprolight because you are getting a duty grade, high quality optic that will last you a very long time, and it comes in less than an Eotech. If you want to stick with something that's American made, Michigan company, and something that has a very proven track record for the past boy, what, 25, 30 plus years, the Eotech is a good option as well. So it's going to be preference, of course, but if you're worried about quality, then no hesitation with the Meprolight. So I'll leave it at that. I would say choice is yours. However, just know that this Meprolight, I know in the US market, they're a little bit more of an unknown, but just know that these are the real deal. These are duty grade, and I would certainly trust this with my life. So anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching.